Well, our discussion for today is about biography. What is the goal or purpose of a biography? Well, the first one is to know the life story of the figure in a biography. The second one, to take lesson from the figure to be applied in daily life. Third, to give useful things for the writer and the readers. Fourth, the writer and the readers can do the same way as the figure do to get success. Yeah. So this is the goal or purpose of biography. Now we will move to definition. What is the definition of biography? Well, the definition of biography is biography, or simply bio, is a detailed description of a person's life. It involves more than just the basic facts like education, work, relationship, and death, but also a person's experience of these life events. This is the definition of it. And now we will go to the types of biography. There are three types or three kinds of biography that you have to know. The first type is autobiography. What is the meaning of autobiography? It tells the story of a person's life who wrote it himself or herself. So it is the story about himself or herself that is written by them. Number two is biography. It narrates the life story of a person written by another person or writer. So in biography, someone write the story about the other people, written by him or herself. Yeah, it is not about him or herself, but about the other people's life. Number three, memoir. This is a more focused term than autobiography or biography. In a memoir, a writer himself or herself narrates the details of particular event or situation occurred in his or her lifetime. This is more focused than autobiography or biography. Yeah, and in memoir, the writer narrates the details or of a particular event or situation occurred in his or her lifetime. Well, this is the function of biography. Based on the meaning or definition of biography above, so the function of biography is to provide detailed information regarding the life of a person or a thing in entertaining but informative manner. Besides that, the readers feel like they are well acquainted with the subject. Yeah. So the function of biography is to provide detailed information, yeah, in entertaining but informative manner, yeah. And also the other function of biography is to make the readers feel like they are well acquainted with the subject, even though they don't know them very well or they never meet them at all. Now, this is the characteristic of biography. Number one, describe and discuss the life of a real person. Yeah, the first function of biography to describe and discuss the life of a real person, not animation or not real person. Yeah, or fiction figure or fiction person. No, it must be from real person. Number two, describe the person's surrounding, including where, when, and how the person lives. Yeah. Number three, information is based on fact. Yeah, it must be based on fact. Cannot be made up story. No, it must be based on fact, not make up story or fake story or non-fiction story. I mean fiction story. And then number four, incidents, dialogue, and people are accurate and from reliable source. Yeah, it must be accurate and from reliable source. Yeah, such as the trusted book. Yeah, from trusted publisher. Yeah, it may not be from any sources that is not reliable. And then we will go to structure of biography. The first one is orientation, or we can call it introduction. It is the opening paragraph, give the readers the background information of the person. Yeah, usually orientation or introduction is in the first paragraph. Yeah, it is giving the readers about the background information of the person in a biography. Number two, events. In events should be in chronological order. Number three, reorientation or closing. It consists of conclusion or comment of the writer. Tell about the achievement or the contribution of the person. So in reorientation or closing, it is written in the last paragraph. And then language features. In a biography, there are some language features that we have to consider. The first one is use the name of specific people. Number two, mainly written in simple past tense. Why it is written in simple past tense? Because it happened in the past. Yeah. The final paragraph could also include the present tense. Number three, use the connective to do it time. There are some connective that you can use in a biography, such as last year, then at the same time, next, on Tuesday, 24th May, later, before, meanwhile. These are the example of connective that you can use in a biography. Number four, use action verb. We know that there are two kinds of verbs that we have to know. The first one is action verb, yeah, such as painted, wrote, invented, discovered, and also like eating, drinking, sleeping, working, playing. It is the example of action verb. Number two is non-action verb. What is non-action verb? It is the verb but not in the form of action, such as love, forget, had, remember, yeah, miss, yeah, and so on. This is the example of biography. We will talk about, do you know whose picture is this? Yeah, it is Raden Ajeng Kartini or R.A. Kartini. Place and date of birth. She was born in Jepara, Central Java, 21st April 1879. And then place and date of death in Rembang in Central Java 2, 17 September 1904. And then husband, her husband is KRM Adipati Aryo Singgi Joyo Adiningrat. And her child is Susalit Joyo Adiningrat. The books that she ever wrote is Habis Gelap Terbitlah Terang, and then Letters of Javanese Princess. Well, this is the description about R.A. Kartini. R.A. Kartini or Raden Ajeng Kartini is a heroine of emancipation of women who was born in Jepara on April 21st, 1879. Kartini's father was a Jepara regent named R.M.A.A. Sosroningrat. She was the fifth child from a total of 11 siblings. During her life, Kartini tried to fight for gender equality because she felt that women were oppressed. At that time, women were not allowed to obtain higher education. Kartini was a smart woman and she could speak Dutch. From Dutch newspapers and magazines, she was attracted by European women's advanced thinking. From there, she started her fight in establishing a school for women supported by her husband, K.R.M. Adipati Aryo Singhi Joyo Adiningrat. Kartini died at the age of 25. Well, after we know about R.A. Kartini, we can know about all her uh, life story. Start from she was born until she died. Yeah, this is the example of biography in general description. Yeah, not in particular description. All right. Now, after we have studied about biography, yeah, now I will give you assignment. The assignment that I will give to you is making a text of biography by yourself and then submit to me in Google Classroom. It can be from the figure in Indonesia or from the other country. It will be okay, yeah. As long as you use all the rules in writing or making biography, yeah. Don't forget that you have to use like structure, language features, and all the rules that you have studied just now with me. All right, this is the end